friends, my name is Jen and I love cookies. Today I am going to be rating my very last cookie from the Pinckney Cookie Cafe. I have rated, I think this is my fourth one, and they have all been very good, especially their miracle one, so I'm excited. Although this one is not a miracle cookie, it is both gluten and animal product-y. But what it is one of their signature most popular flavors, so of course I saved it for last. This one is brown butter, brown sugar, bourbon spice. And now that I've eaten enough cookies to know, I believe very strongly that brown butter makes cookies amazing, and brown sugar also improves cookies. So basically, I am anticipating that this will be incredible. And I just hope that it doesn't let me down, because I've now set my expectations very high. So, one quick note on Pinckney Cookie Cafe. This is a Seattle-based Black-owned business. They were doing a thing for a while where they were donating $5, I believe, from every dozen cookies sold to coronavirus relief efforts. I'm not sure if they're still doing that or not, but I think so. And if you are vegan or gluten-free, they do have miracle cookies that are vegan and gluten-free and were incredible, at least the one that I tried. So, without further ado, brown butter, brown sugar, bourbon spice cookie. Let's go. The first thing about this cookie is that it is quite thick. So it's not huge around. We'll use the hand scale for size, but it is quite thick. And the other thing I've noticed is it's thinner on this side than it's like chunkier on this half. There we go, now you can see it that way. It feels quite hard on the outside. This has now been in my fridge for quite some time. But all of their other cookies have not been impacted by the fact that they were sitting in my fridge for a long time. I believe in the system. I trust Pinckney Cookie Cafe. And I'm just excited. There is some light sugar dusting on top also, FYI. Okay, great. So I would say this cookie is a little crumbly. And I don't know why, but the first thing that popped into my head was banana bread. I still don't know why. There's a lot of spice going on in here for sure. Some of it is cinnamon. I'm gonna say there's some nutmeg. There's probably some like cloves and allspice. That general like warm but not spicy area of spices, there's a lot of that in here. That bite was a little less crumbly than the others. I think it's reminding me of banana bread because of texture. I know banana breads have different textures, but my mom makes the best banana bread. And that's not just my opinion. I've sent it or shared it with many people who think they don't like banana bread, and then they eat my mom's and they're like, just kidding. It is obviously like, banana bread is very soft because it's bread, and this is a cookie, so it's not quite as soft. But I think the like way that banana bread like falls apart in your mouth is similar to the way this cookie is falling apart in my mouth. That's what I'm going with. Another thing that's interesting about this cookie is it's kind of like airy. Whoop. So you can see these pockets in here of air, which is very fascinating. It even looks like banana bread. I don't know. It doesn't taste banana-y at all. It's like a texture type thing. The other thing I was gonna say is that even though it's like crumbly and it is a bit harder than I think I would like it to be, it's not crunchy in any way. It's just like really dense, which may also be a similarity to banana bread, is that banana bread is also very dense. I feel like there's so much of the spices that I don't really notice the brown butter, brown sugar situation. It's kind of like a very interesting snickerdoodle. I think is the closest flavor profile that I could compare it to. I don't drink a lot of bourbon, but I don't taste, ooh, you know what? Actually, that might be what I'm tasting. And I didn't know because I don't drink a lot of bourbon. But I wonder if part of the reason that the spices taste so strong to me is that it's actually bourbon that I'm tasting and not the spices. I'm gonna say average level of sweetness. More or less what you would expect from a cookie. So, what was interesting about that cookie is that I said it wasn't overly sweet. And it didn't taste overly sweet, but I feel like I'm about to get cavities. So it obviously had more sugar than I was tasting, and I'm wondering if that's also related to the bourbon. In general, it was definitely a very flavorful cookie. For having like no add-ins or mix-ins of any sort, there was a lot going on. I do think that this one in particular would have been better fresh because the texture was a little inconsistent where there were some parts that were softer. And I'm guessing if I had eaten this cookie not several months after it'd been sitting in my fridge, it probably would have been much better. This one was in the fridge because I actually specifically said to put it in the fridge and not in the freezer, but I wonder if maybe I would have done better in the freezer. In any case, they're located in Seattle, so honestly, their apple pie ones were so good, I might just go drive there and purchase another one and taste it. But with what I had to work with after it'd been sitting in my fridge for a while, I'm still tasting the spices and probably the bourbon in my mouth. Now, I want to say 6.8. It was good. I don't think it was quite my cup of tea. Yeah. 6.8. So that was a brown butter, brown sugar, bourbon spice cookie from Pinckney Cookie Cafe, which is a Black-owned business. It was the 4th cookie that I've rated from them. If you like watching me talk about cookies, please like, comment, and/or subscribe below. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day and eat more cookies.